Welcome to the Silent Trading channel on Monday the 30th of March. Today we're going to be analyzing the gold chart and updating the price action right now that it is on the bullish side. Are we going to enter a position right now, or are we going to wait for it to retrace? But before we start, please subscribe, like, comment and share if you like this video and to support me in my trading journal. Today I'm going to be analyzing the 4 hours chart first because the 4 hours chart has shown us a bullish price action. Where is the bullish price action? The bullish price action has been formed over here, but first it was formed right here, right? And then it pushed up, retraced, and another bullish price action was formed. Because why? Because it has formed a base price. A base price is the same as a reversal, is the same as a key level support, and after forming a base price or key level support, it went up to push up and break resistance. And after breaking resistance, the chart then went all the way down to retrace. This retracement was to clear and force buyers into closing the position, right? So this retracement was to take out buyers, take out buy side liquidity, buy side volume before pulling back and then forming another bullish price action, right? And after forming this bullish price action, went up to attack and break resistance. It is then count as a bullish price action over here. And after forming a bullish price action and a confirmation at that, you can see that the next 2 candle has already been pushing up, right? The previous candle has pushed up once, but wasn't able to break past previous candle high, right? Then suddenly pull back to take out buy side volume from people panic buying. And after taking a buy side volume, the next candle pushed down a little bit, right? Push down a little bit to form a wick, to form a bottom wick before pulling back and then pushing up. This pushing up indicates a break above, indicates an expansion, and this expansion is where we're going to be wait to see if this expansion is going to be another confirmation for us to enter a trade. If this candle is able to at least close above this resistance over here, or at least close near previous candle wick, we are going to call this a valid bullish price action. Once the next candle retracement, we are going to buy, right? So every time the chart is creating or forming a bullish price action, and after a confirmation, will we buy at retracement, or after a confirmation, will we sell at retracement, be it a bullish price action or a bearish one, right? But we always go not against the trend, we always go along with the trend. Because why? The trend is our friend, right? Going against the trend is being an enemy of the trend, is being an enemy of the big money, of the smart money. So we never want to be an enemy of the smart money, right? So we'll be going against with the flow. We'll be going with the flow, right? Wherever the currents are bringing us to, we are going along with the flow. We are letting the wave direct us towards the right spot. We are letting the wave direct us towards the right trend, but we are only going to be entering a position at retracement, because a retracement is telling us that the chart is taking out buy side volume, taking out sell side volume, right? And if that retracement is especially retracing but not retracing while not touching and attacking support, right? Or retracing while not attacking or touching resistance, this is telling us that it is taking out buy side volume while not accumulating more buy side volume over here, right? So it is telling us that by retracing, clearing off, taking out buy side volume while not accumulating additional buy side volume, it is telling us that it doesn't need to have buyers holding their position and then profiting from the chart going up, which means after taking out buyers and not accumulating additional buyers, it will then start pulling back and then start pushing up, right? So right now, if you are waiting for this candle to close, this candle must not pull back at the last 10 minutes, at the last 5 minutes, because a pullback is indicating that the chart is maybe going onto the downside, is maybe reversing to the bearish side. But if it is able to close above resistance, if it is able to close above previous candle wick, it is telling us that sellers are still on a drawdown. Sellers are still in drawdown, and then the price is still going to push up much further, which means the next candle retracement after a close above resistance, we will then start buying, right? So all we need to wait right now is for this specific candle to show us a valid price action, right? A valid price action means there is a confirmation, means that price action is complete. A complete price action means that resistance must be broken, correct? So if resistance is broken, the next candle retracement is where we're gonna buy, right? But if resistance is not broken, then it already start pulling back at the next 5, 10, 15 minutes. It is telling us that it is trying to reverse, so we are not going to be entering a trade if the chart suddenly start reversing, right? We enter a trade only on confirmation and then a retracement. We never enter a trade based on uncertainty, correct? So right now, where are we going to be entering a trade? Which is a spot that we're going to be entering a trade? We are going to be entering a trade over here, at this week over here, at this week over here, or at least if the chart is closing above all of this week, the next candle retracement, our specific buy limit or buy spot should be around this zone over here, right? So this zone over here is where I'm going to be buying, alright? This zone over here is where I'm going to be buying. This zone over here is where I'm going to be buying, because why? Because if the candle is able to break resistance, which means the candle must close above resistance, be it this resistance, or at least if it is not going to attack this resistance, it at least has to close above all of this resistance, which means if the price close above resistance, the next candle, right, the next candle will retrace into this box over here that I am drawn for you, and then start expanding further. If not, it is going to retrace, push up, right? And if it start pushing up while not attacking resistance, the next candle is going to reverse, correct? Which means if the chart has already break resistance, the next candle retracement is where we're going to buy. And if the chart start pushing up and then attacking resistance, we can be sure that our buy position over here is safe. But if the candle start pushing up but not attacking resistance, not even once, it maybe has a chance of start pushing down and then reversing at this spot over here. So we either wait for the best confirmation after a valid bullish price action. A valid bullish price action is when each candle has already broken another resistance, each candle has already broken another support. That is what we call a valid price action, right? A valid price action is not only at a reversal over here, right? A reversal, after that a break of support. No, you do not need a new reversal and a break of support to conclude that it is a valid bullish price action or very valid bearish price action. Anything that is breaking support, that is breaking resistance, is a price action, right? So this candle over here pushing up to break resistance is a price action, right? So the next candle retracement, the next two candle retracement, after that it start expanding upwards, and after expansion upwards and breaking resistance, the next candle retracement is also telling us that it is retracing to taking out buy side volume, and after taking out buy side volume, we're going to be buying. Because why? Because this green candle has already broken resistance. So this is a valid bullish price action, correct? So after a price action is where we're going to buy at a retracement, not follow buying, not panic selling. We're going to wait for the chart to retrace before we start buying, because by panic buying and selling, you're always going to a drawdown, because panic buyers and sellers are the best possible bait, are the best possible victims for the big money to sweep their stop losses, right? So right now the thing is, the only thing to do is to wait for this current candle to close above resistance, and then wait for the next retracement to buy. And if it suddenly start reversing instead of retracing and then expanding, you can then find a spot to close your position at a break even, and then start selling if the chart shows valid bearish price action. That is the way we're going to be doing, right? So for today, that will be all I'm going to be analyzing for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So for today, I'll see ya.